Hello and welcome to the We Recommend podcast, a movie podcast where every week we recommend a movie for you to watch and then come back here and listen to us discuss. I'm Jesse.
I'm Jason.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Because this week we recommend Longlegs. Jason, what'd you think of Longlegs? First time watching, right?
Yes, first time watching. I liked it up until the end.
No! Like what we're at the end.
Just like the
reveal.
The reveal that it's just Satan. Like, is that really what we're afraid of?
Yeah, bro. Well, so, the movie takes place like at the end of the Satanic Panic. So I think it's a play on that a lot.
Yeah, I just think maybe it's overdone. I thought it's like the villain from the movie Seven.
Yeah.
Like, if you would have gone through all that just to find out that it's the devil, like, wouldn't you be upset? I just don't feel like it.
What? What are you talking about? I'd be like, holy shit, the fucking devil's here? I didn't know that. I understand if it's just weird old Kevin Spacey hanging around. I'd be like, yeah, that's pretty normal. It being like the devil and you can like see him throughout like your investigation and be like, you know what? This is actually probably the scariest possible thing.
Yeah, okay. Well, it had a lot more biblical references. I don't think the movie really respected my
opinion.
My time.
You didn't expect
because I liked it. I just thought maybe it was just a clever, persuasive killer, but then it's the devil. Or
yeah,
like it was the things in the doll's heads. Like I like a haunted doll.
Well,
but I just felt like. Are the balls in the heads like supposed to be charming the people and hypnotizing them?
So here's how I understand it, right? Actually, I'm very surprised by how many people are kind of confused by this movie. I thought it was pretty, like, to me, I was like, this all like checks out. Like, I get it. This is pretty much
so what's with the metal balls?
So the metal ball, that's just like a thing that Longlegs creates to put the essence of the devil in it.
And they don't even tell you what Longlegs are.
Longlegs, it's him.
I know he's Longlegs.
Doll has short legs. He has long legs. It's also I actually have something about that.
So is he supposed to be the doll because of he's like porcelain face with the face paint?
Yeah. And there's specifically a shot towards the end, like after Longlegs or like before when they're about to catch him on the bus, it kind of cuts to inside the little basement that's in Harker's childhood home. And it's like it's zooming in on a face of a doll and then like it's dissolving into the face of Longlegs, and it's like he looks like a doll, he like made himself to look like a doll. Because whenever you see him like crack his face, he almost breaks apart like a doll.
He does. Yeah, his nose goes missing.
He also has the essence of the devil.
The devil, hail Satan.
Let's see if I can find it in my notes. Okay, so the serial killer's nickname Longlegs goes unexplained in the film. It's actually a homage to an old nursery rhyme called Goosey Goosey Gander, with the earliest publication being either in German Gerten's Garland or the nursery, I don't know, it's a bunch of fucking words, in London in 1784. An alternative version of the nursery rhyme is known as Old Father Longlegs and goes as follows. Old Father Longlegs can't say his prayers, take him by the left leg and throw him downstairs.
Damn.
So
this is a kid's poem, huh?
Longlegs, he's the downstairs man, along with the devil. He essentially has all these followers kill the family. Longlegs.
Let's see.
So your opinion's wrong and everything about this movie's good. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I just like whenever I went through the movie, I was like, it checks all the boxes. Like I get it. Like I think I think this is a perfect film. No joke for me. It's wild. It's a warm blanket.
It was pretty cool.
I wish it was raining when I was watching it because I just snuggle up, I don't know, put a cat on my lap and just be like, the devil. Nic Cage, crazy.
I know. I was really hoping Nicolas Cage would have really
You can't.
Well, okay. I thought he did well.
I was going to say, I will literally end this podcast if you say you don't like his performance.
His performance was pretty good.
The interrogation room thing where he talks to her, fuck. I watched, I like, the first time I watched it in theaters, got chills. because I knew it was coming and I was excited. I was kind of getting pumped up. So I was like, I hope it doesn't let me down. Got extra chills. My chills had chills.
My goosebumps had goosebumps.
It was goosey gander on my arms, man.
It reminded me a lot of Silence of the Lambs, just because of all the FBI.
I feel like the 3 movies that he had inspiration of was Seven, Zodiac, and Silence of the Lambs. It felt very much like those. You know, the killer's very kind of weird and
yeah, maybe that's why I was upset, because
goofy.
I was maybe expecting like a super genius serial killer or something.
No, it's it is kind of, it goes to show you that like anybody, if you just are crazy enough, you can become this.
Cuckoo.
If you listen to too much T-Rex, man, this is what happens to you. And I love, because T-Rex is always kind of like a fun, like older band to listen to. Like all their songs are like, yeah.
Man,
even though like some of their messaging is like.
I've never heard of T-Rex until now.
Really? You never heard any of these songs, Bang on a Gong? They're like a very popular band back in the day.
I don't know.
If you listen to like, you know, you go to Spotify, they have like their top 5 listened to songs on there. If you listen to them, you'd be like, I know all these songs.
Oh, maybe.
Type of things. I was kind of the same way. And then my wife, she would put them on every once in a while. I'm like, oh yeah, I love this band. Who's this? T-Rex? Oh, I didn't realize. But yeah, man, I don't know. Just from a filmmaking perspective, this movie is just, I don't know, it's crack to me. It's just, it's so satisfying to watch because like, you know, and I guess just from my perspective, I can see all like the techniques that they're doing. You know, there's a very wide camera during all this. So whenever you always have the person in the forefront, there's always open doors or a large amount of space behind her.
Yeah, that was always scary.
Yeah, so like, especially when she gets her first letter and you already saw like essentially the devil and then also devil outside, Longlegs is, I'm assuming, just like in her house at that point. And then, you know, she hears a noise while she's opening the letter and it's like, what? And then like you perfectly see one door on her right side and another like door on her right side or left side. And it's like,
she's too vulnerable.
So the whole time, like she's like, you're kind of like, ooh, you're engrossed in the mystery, but you're also kind of like, is something going to come through those doors?
Yes.
Also, the devil is in this movie 9 different times.
Nice.
Yeah. Did you ever notice it? I mean, there's obviously the obvious ones where like in the woods, and there's one where she's like in a library and you kind of see it in the middle and it disappears.
I only saw the one in the woods.
So whenever she's like towards the end, the Carters invite her in.
Yeah.
You know, they go to shut the door. The reflection of the devil is in the door.
Nice.
Like you see the goat horns and it's a black shadow and black mask.
I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, bro. Well, maybe because you're too busy having bad opinions.
You're right.
I'm just kidding. It's funny because one of the bad actually has to deal with people's opinions. Then you say that, I'm like, oh no, I'm talking about Jason. Yeah, let's see. I thought I had like some facts where it tells all the places where the devil is, which is everywhere.
I did like the shrouded doll, like the black shroud over the dolls. That was super evil
with the glowing eyes.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was crazy.
I think it's actually considered fucking metal.
Yeah.
That was kind of the thing that whenever I watched it in theaters, that's what really started drawing me in at the beginning. Obviously, at the beginning where he's like, "Oh my, I put my long legs on," but then after that, it was the glowing eyes of the dolls that was like, shit, man.
You know what I really hoped that the long legs turned out to be? Like pants made out of human skin.
Ooh, that would be fun.
That's what I thought it was.
Okay,
like
you know what?
Just wore other people's legs.
You know what, Jason? This movie sucks. Your movie's way better. So just some parts where the devil is in the background. So when Harker is sitting on the floor reviewing case files, the devil's there, apparently. In the woods outside her cabin home. In the kitchen when Harker is reading the card left for her by Longlegs. In Longlegs' basement by the staircase. In the window between 2 bookshelves when Harker is investigating in the library. In the small window of kitchen's rear entrance door. During Harker's childhood flashback in the bedroom doorway. In the window of the basement foyer at Harker's mother's house. In the Harker's childhood bedroom when her mother is revealing the story of the doll maker. In the reflection of the front door of the Carter's home as it is being closed at the end of the film. And it's supposed to be subliminal, so, you know, that's why I'm pretty easy to miss. And honestly, it was a very bright morning today when I was doing my notes, and I was like,
Yeah, I
know where
lights
they're supposed
shining on the TV.
and it
Maybe
like
that's
it,
what it was.
I started putting like blankets all over my windows.
Should've
Took
done
them down
that.
right before you got here. I was like, fuck, this movie's dark. But man, I love the cinematography in this movie. It's beautiful. The vibes. It's just got good vibes.
Yeah, good scary vibes.
Good bad vibes. I love it. So, I was doing notes. I was looking at, IMDb ratings and reviews because I like to be pissed off about people who have dumb opinions and honestly just seemingly don't understand the movie or it didn't even seem like they tried to understand it. They're just like, I don't know. I don't get dolls or whatever. Things like that. And it seemed like a lot of people were like, it had great vibes. It was a great, fun thriller, but not enough horror in it. So does this horror movie have to be scary to be a horror movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I don't find this movie scary.
Well, yeah, okay, maybe not scary, but it has to induce fear.
Yeah,
in some
which
way.
I feel like it does.
Yeah,
but
the
because
tension.
because it's not beating you over the head with it, it seems like people are like, not scary. But I'm like, sometimes like the not overtly scary is sometimes scarier. I feel like because it's something you'll remember later.
That and they sprinkle in a few pinches of ultra violence here and there.
Yeah,
that kind of
you have to, and that seems to be something like for modern day horror movies. It's like very popular to where all these like trauma filled movies, and then it's mainly about the characters, which I think is kind of what this movie is doing too. And then all of a sudden, I'm just gonna bash my face in, which is something that. I mean, Weapons recently did it. Kind of Barbarian was the same way. Is a whole 20 minutes of nothing happening. The next thing you know, a guy's face gets beaten to the wall. Talk to Me, Hereditary. They all do it.
That scene from Fight Club where he beats the shit out of himself.
Yeah, he wanted to destroy something beautiful, man. Who better to do it to than shit? What's his name?
Tyler Durden.
No.
Edward Norton.
No. The 30 Seconds to Mars guy. Oh my God. Oh, how am I blanking on his fucking name?
Meatloaf.
No. What are you even talking about?
Sting.
Oh my God. Jared Leto.
Oh yeah.
That's the guy. He's the blonde guy in it, and he just beats the shit out of him.
Yeah, that was rad. His face is all messed up.
Yeah, it's good. He's like his like nose falls off. That's why I was like, oh, he's got a fake face. Like he's obviously probably had work done or something. I don't know.
Like spitting out teeth.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So during an interview with Osgood Perkins, he recalled a story from production where he learned Nicolas Cage has a particular skill that he says no other actor possesses and something we should learn how to do. The ability to recognize high or low, or how high or low he is able to speak without messing up the audio. According to Perkins, the sound guy came over to me one day. He comes up to me a couple of days into Nick being on set, and he's like, Oz, I've never seen anything like it. When Nick is mic'd, I'm watching the dials. When Nick goes big, he goes right to the line. And anything more, a decimal or two over that, he would have been the audio would have been hard to use. Then he goes down, he goes soft, and he's whispering, and he's barely talking. He goes right to the line. Anything past that line, we wouldn't be able to use. He knows where the lines are. It's the craziest thing he's ever seen in his life. Unlike us, where it's like, bah, blah. We're like way too quiet. So I just wanted to kind of say that. And there's a few more things with Nic Cage because, Nic Cage went the longest time where nobody really appreciated how good of an actor he is. After he won his Oscar, he just did really shitty movies.
Yeah.
And
so what did he win an Oscar for?
Leaving Las Vegas.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like in the 90s. This one,
or Honeymoon?
No, yeah, it's Leaving Las Vegas. It's where he's like a alcoholic in Las Vegas, and that's the type of movies that Oscars love to give it. It's like, oh, you're a person with some sort of alcohol or drug abuse, and you give a performance. We love that. Here you go. Here's an Oscar in the 90s. But because like he's known for now, he's having like a renaissance where everybody's like, hey, y'all fuck it, like. People like us, our age, are making movies. Be like, you remember how like Nicolas Cage was just the craziest actor ever? Yes. What if we just use that in everything?
Crazy,
yeah, and that's what people have gotten really good at using. It's like The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Did you see that? The Nic Cage movie? You should watch it because it's a movie literally just like, we love Nic Cage. here's all his past roles. Like in that movie, he uses his guns from Face Off.
Put the bunny down.
You should watch it. It's got Pedro Pascal. It's really funny and great.
Awesome.
But it's like this movie. There's a movie called Pig where he's really good in it, and it's just like we're finally just being like, yeah, Nic Cage just deserves all the credit in the world.
Because he's bonkers.
The only reason he did so many shitty movies where he either acts batshit crazy or barely acts at all is because he bought a castle and he has to pay taxes on it. So he does 500 movies a year.
That makes sense.
But it's just like, I'm so glad like we're finally really starting to, re-respect Nicolas Cage again. And
wouldn't it be awesome to have a house named after yourself? I wonder if he called it Cage Manor.
Cage Manor. I can't remember what he calls it in the movie, but oh wait, no, he doesn't. It's not his house. He goes to visit like someone who is obsessed with him. That's like really rich and has like all of his merchandise and stuff.
No, but he did buy like a huge haunted mansion.
Yeah, he's like super in debt from all the insane property he's bought. Yeah, I know. That's why I feel like this movie is like so up his alley, because he's a damn ass freak, and that's why we like Nic Cage. And speaking of Nic Cage, despite the praise and acclaim of his portrayal as Longlegs, Nicolas Cage has stated this will be his only portrayal of a serial killer for film. In an interview with IndieWire, Cage said, "I know that the phone's going to ring off the hook to play serial killers after Longlegs, and that's not really what I like to do. I don't like violence. I don't want to play people who are hurting people."
That's like all of his movies.
Face Off.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you think about it, he doesn't play a lot. He doesn't really play like a villain too much or like a crazy killer. Like
I like him when he's a villain.
I know. He's got wild eyes. He's got a crazy face, wild eyes, and his voice is. It could go either way if he's going to be yelling or whispering in a creepy way. So just a few more facts. Maika Monroe from It Follows. She's fantastic in this.
Yeah.
Initially met Osgood Perkins about playing the lead role, only to later hear that the director didn't think she was right for the part. Alarmed at the thought of losing out on what she considered a great role, she made an audition tape which helped seal the deal. I'm like, bro, do you not fucking watch It Follows? Like, come on. She's perfect for this. She's just going to be walking around quietly. That's what she does.
Yeah, I thought she did great in this movie. And I can't say that about a lot of the people in this movie.
What?
Like her partner.
Oh, Carter.
Carter.
You don't like Carter?
I thought some of his, maybe it was the writing. I don't know.
I think it was because it's kind of playing into the 90s, like hard-boiled detective type thing a little bit. I like him. He definitely feels like, and I feel like they did it on purpose, where he's kind of a cliche.
Yes.
Of a boss, right?
Yeah.
And I think they're doing that because she's supposed to be the weird one. He's the normal. So it's like, hey, what do you think? There's paranormal shit going here? Hey, also, are you psychic? What the hell's going on with you?
Yeah.
Which we will explain that later. So the modern scenes use the normal aspect ratio of 2:39:1. That's, bars at the top and bottom. And for the flashbacks, they use older standard of 4:3, which is roughly the same of 8mm.
Gotcha.
Whenever it's that box, it's almost
like that, like the movie 8mm with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Oh God. Fuck yeah. Walking Phoenix. Me and my wife talk about watching that all the time. It's just never on anything. So Maika Monroe, I hate saying her name. I just feel like I'm butchering it, was kept completely in the dark over co-stars Nicolas Cage's transformation as the titular serial killer Longlegs, and had never seen Cage in character until they shot the infamous interrogation scene, which also happened to be Cage's final day on set. So during filming, Monroe wore a microphone on her shirt, which along with her dialogue was sensitive enough that it had managed to capture her heartbeat as well. Monroe's initial resting rate was 76 beats per minute. When the scene ended, it had spiked to a rate of 170 beats per minute. The sound of her panicked heartbeat was then used as final promotional trailer prior to the movie's July 12th release. In an interview with IndieWire, Monroe recalled, "It was insane. It was absolutely insane," she said. "As you know, he completely transformed. There's no trace of Nick in there. His voice, his mannerisms. He was very much method on this. So it was in character, and it was very disturbing character, to say the least."
Yeah.
Dude. What? Just beautiful. Just because getting the heartbeat and being like, we can use it in the promotional thing. And then after people watch the movie and go to the trivia section, they can be like, oh, no way. But yeah, that's rad.
That is really cool.
It's cool when you hear things like, yeah, I was in this horror movie and I actually got scared.
Scared as fuck next to Nic Cage.
Yeah.
Just being in I think my heart would probably go up, my heart rate.
Oh, dude, just seeing his face. I'd be like,
Shit,
like
why
when he
is
walks
Nic
into
Cage
that
right?
like hardware store or like mom and pop store, it's like, no, thank you. So during the early scenes in which Agent Harker is being tested for psychic abilities, all of her answers foreshadow aspects of the film. Her answers include camera, keeping Polaroids she took as a child, as well as the name of the family's victims. Piano, present in young Lee's room and at the scene of the camera's murders. Mother, alluding to her mother involvement in the crimes. Father, Harker's father is never mentioned throughout the film, but this answer corresponds to the inverted triangle representing 666, which is also the algorithm for targeting victims. And Tiger, as in Tiger's eyes, associated with the zodiac sign Capricorn. Lee's zodiac sign because it's believed to enhance the traits and determination, ambition, and discipline. And also, the dolls are kind of cat's eyes. I feel like so.
That's cool.
But yeah, man, that's all the notes I got.
That was interesting. Like it's kind of supernatural a little bit.
Yeah,
that was a neat element.
Yeah, and I loved. So I have the 4K of this, and when it's on the play screen and everything, it's just the flashes of the pictures.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there and just, doing like the good, the bad, the ugly, finding like trivia and stuff about it. And the whole time, like, it's just of it. And then I went to the bathroom, I come back and then I sit there and I started watching. I was like, whoa, this is putting me in a trance.
You've been programmed.
I was like, I should just leave this on when I'm doing work because I was just so focused and I don't know, it was weird. I was like, maybe there's like something to that sound and why they used it because it really did kind of just like make me stare at it. And I'm like, shit, do I have a doll in the house?
You're just trained from childhood to watch slideshows.
Yeah. And something I didn't realize before, when I first watched it in theaters is Lee Harker. I don't know if you noticed, but she walks and moves and sits like a doll.
No, I didn't notice.
It's like just the way they have her. When she sits on the bed, she's very like, her posture is very straight and she like barely moves and stuff. She walks slow. It's like very, like if she has her arms out, they kind of like stay. And then, when she's investigating at the beginning and she like the way she sits on her legs, she's very still. And then whenever Carter comes in and she's laying down like sleeping, it's almost like how you'd lay a doll down.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. The second time I watched it, I'm like, hell yeah.
That's cool. I never thought about that.
And then like she's a bit different after her doll gets shot in the head. Yeah.
Yeah, she passes out and wakes up in the basement.
Yeah.
That sucks.
All right. How in this movie would it be more satisfying with you? Would it be better if it wasn't dolls? Or just no supernatural at all?
Well, yeah.
Or she can have like some sort of weird psychic thing, but just no dolls.
I just feel like, what if the scenario I went through in my head was that the serial killer kidnaps the father, tortures him, and then drives him to the next target's place. He's like, look, if you don't kill these people, I'm going to do what I did to you, but to your daughter or something like that. And then he just goes in and kills him. And that's like, to me, I feel like that might have been a little cooler.
It'd be scarier if it was more realistic.
Or a little more realistic, because sprinkling in the supernatural stuff is cool and spooky, but then you find out that it's not spooky. It's just this crazy fucking guy.
Yeah.
And that's something that I would be more scared of than the devil.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Like my defense of that is I fucking love movies with the devil in it. It's so fucking, it's just, I think
it could be done
great
in different ways. But I feel like if this was a Stephen King movie, I feel like he probably would have done a better job with the writing.
You know what? If I can be honest with you there, I completely disagree with that.
Wow.
Because I don't know. I like Stephen King. But man, when I listen to his books, because I don't read them because they're way too fucking long, I'm always like, other than Revival, and even that, it's Stephen King's cheesy to me.
He can be a lot of the times.
And, but I do understand, like, I don't know. Because I guess you could like the way that he does his paranormal stuff better, which I understand.
It reminds me of something Stephen King has done, because there was a series that came out a while back, and in the series there's this guy from another dimension, and whenever he shows up, evil kind of follows him.
Yeah.
And like he was outside of this family's home, and they're like doing a birthday party for their son.
Yeah.
But when he gets close, the parents start fighting, and then the dad murders the whole family.
Wow.
And himself. So like,
and it's a Stephen King series?
Yeah. I can't remember what it was called, but that is kind of exactly what was going on here. So that's what I thought was happening. But no, it's the devil. It's like it takes place at a prison.
The Life of Chuck. Oh, yeah, that's it. The protagonist, Chuck, approaches his grandparents' house to celebrate his birthday. As he gets close, he hears his family inside having a terrible, heated argument. He's unsure if he should go inside or if they should just walk away.
Well, this one is like there's a...
Oh, Castle Rock.
Castle Rock.
Yeah, I started watching that. Yeah, what wasn't like ultimately the ending? Because that has the guy from It that played Pennywise in it. I didn't get all the way through. We ended up stop watching. I should watch it because I really ended up liking it. But you know, I just didn't watch I didn't really like watching as much TV back then as I do now. I really like that we're kind of disagreeing on the movie a little bit. So I actually think this is a very fun conversation.
Yeah.
Just actually, I forgot one little bit of trivia. So, Osgood Perkins and Nic Cage. What did I put in my notes? Nic Cage and Osgood Perkins made the movie as a tribute to their mothers.
Oh, how sweet.
So, Osgood Perkins. You know who Anthony Perkins is?
Name sounds familiar.
Psycho. He's the guy in Psycho. Okay. Norman Bates or whatever his name is. So, yeah, his father is Anthony Perkins, who actually was homosexual. But his mother kept that a secret the whole time. They stayed together the whole time. And so, like, some of the idea of this movie came from mother keeping this secret from her child. And that's where a little bit of it comes from.
Secret shotgun.
Yeah, because, you know, especially back in the day when, you know, like Psycho and all that, whenever, I mean, people weren't as accepting about homosexuality and stuff like that. So
she really kind of saved his life.
Yeah, right? Exactly. And so he could continue working because especially back then, people didn't go for that shit. Sadly. So that was a little element from Osgood's idea and like how kind of the movie. Now, if you think about it and like watch the movie, it's like, oh, I see what they're doing. Except he was just like, let's also make it a serial killer movie. And Nic Cage, he plays Longlegs and said that he took inspiration from his mother who lived with conditions like schizophrenia and severe depression throughout her life until she died in 2021 when creating the role. It's the voices. It's not really him. He's just been hijacked by something else, he explained to The Hollywood Reporter. I've often thought, what was it that happened to my mom? If any good in this movie, it's because of my mother. That also gave me a bit of empathy for the character, as crazy as what his situation is and what he's getting up to with these effigies. He also told Entertainment Weekly, it was deeply personal kind of performance for me because I grew up trying to cope with what she was going through. She would talk in terms that were kind of poetry. I didn't know how else to describe it. I tried to put that in the Longlegs character because he's really a tragic entity. He's at the mercy of these voices that are talking to him and getting him to do these things. So yeah, I guess like if they decided to go more your way, it could have just been a guy with like schizophrenia or whatever, and these voices in his head. He thinks it's the devil, but it's actually just he got a messed up brain. And then in the 90s, people didn't really take care of themselves, right?
Yeah, they didn't believe in mental health.
Yeah, well, we're trying as hard as we can not to believe in it still. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it could have been the same movie. It just,
I mean, it really could.
But then it would have been, I guess, more like Silence of the Lambs. Maybe they were trying to stay away from that.
Yeah, I think he just took a lot of. And you know, last week I recommended a movie called Black Coat's Daughter to go along with House of the Devil, and which was him, and it's also kind of got the same thing, like very like devilly and stuff like that. I definitely think Osgood Perkins, the boy likes the devil. You know what can we say? All right, so Jason, we're going to get into the plot. And I want everybody at home who are listening or at your job, in the car, whatever, think about what the point of the movie is as we go through it. Let's say if you watched the movie, but you didn't really think much, like, what's the point of this movie? Well, listen to us describe it. the plot and stuff, and then think about what you think the plot point of the movie is, and then leave us some fan mail and tell us what you think it is.
Yeah.
So, Jason,
No.
let's put our long legs on. All right.
What are they? I don't have them.
I don't
are
have
they
them.
pants? I'm wearing shorts.
I have
today.
average sized legs. It just depends who I'm standing next to. So the movie starts off with a T-Rex song quote. "You got the teeth of the Hydra upon you. You're dirty sweet and you're my girl."
Nice.
Bum, bum, bum. So in a prologue scene, we see a car driving up to a house in a snowy filled land. A little girl notices an unfamiliar car parked outside of her house from her bedroom window. She grabs her Polaroid camera and goes outside to investigate. There is a cloaked figure in the passenger seat, but before she can investigate further, she hears a voice behind her house. She goes to see it, and you just see him kind of poked his head out a little bit and then comes back, and it's like, ee. She goes to see who it is and is greeted by a person with a pale white face. But first we just see just kind of up to his chest. And then you hear him and it's like, you sound weird. You don't sound
I like the sound of his voice.
You don't sound like Nic Cage. And then it's like, it seems I wore my long legs today. And then it's like, what happens if I just, it's just so fucking weird. Good, right?
Yes,
Good.
It was amazing.
Great start.
I didn't even recognize it as being Nicolas Cage at first.
And I love the little square frame, the 4:3 ratio it has. It's just, I don't know. It makes it immediately off-putting, right?
Yes.
It's like, this isn't how we see things anymore. It's either in where there's the bars at the top of the bottom, or it's fitted for our phone. But yeah, I just said, hell yeah.
So they didn't show his feet, so I was like, maybe the long legs, maybe he's wearing other people's feet on his feet.
Maybe he's got
shoes.
bird legs and we just can't see.
Yes.
I put my bird legs on. And then we get part 1 is letters. Meep, meep. Turns out Longlegs is just, he's a Wile E. Coyote. So we got FBI agent Lee Harker and her colleagues are on a manhunt for a serial killer. While knocking on doors in a neighborhood, her partner that she's with, he goes to door and she stays in the car while the partner she's with at the moment is trying to find out where this killer is or whatever. But she gets out of the car and feels that it is a certain house, which is great. It's like we're really seeing this wide lens because, we see her get out of the car, kind of walk around, then she walks up to the lens or the camera. Love when they do that. It's great. I love every movie that does it. Every movie should do it. And then she looks at this house and then her partner comes up. It's like, it's that one. And it's like, let's call it in for backup. And he's like, what the fuck? You just got out of the car. You didn't do anything.
She hates calling in for backup.
Well,
she doesn't do it ever.
Well, she wanted to, but the partner was like, we can't just go off a hunch. And then so her partner's like, I'll go knock on this door. She kind of walks up behind him. And then he's like, hey, by the way, I'm the FBI. I just want to get it. And then bang.
Bam.
It's like, okay, what?
Shit.
And then she's like, well, I guess I have to go in.
See, that's when you call it in.
Yeah, that's when she's like, help.
Yeah, help, please. I'm alone with a person with a gun.
But then it's just like, I hope he doesn't run out back. You kind of got to get him now. He just killed one of your partners.
Yeah, you call somebody first. You got time.
Yeah. And then, so Harker, she's jarred. In the rest of this film, you can kind of see that, she almost has PTSD from it throughout the rest of the film.
I could see that. Yeah.
Which maybe almost puts her into that doll mode or something. She goes into the house. It's lined with plastic sheets throughout the house. She sees the man who gives himself up on the bed. And then that's it. And then we kind of cut to later. It's like, what was this guy doing? Was he about to...
He was squatting.
Squatting? Is that what it is? That's all it was? And
he's covering everything in plastic.
It's like, was there a family in there that he was about to kill or something? I don't know.
Probably, maybe it was his kill room.
Yeah, it seemed like it, right? Yeah.
Dexter.
So later, Harker is doing a test where she has to assign things or numbers to random pictures and shapes. And then we cut to in a car with Agent Carter. He says the tests reveal that she possesses psychic abilities.
Yeah, we can test for that.
Yeah. Well, I guess it was just because I'm assuming they put the patterns up and they, I don't know, probably put a word that goes with it. And then she was guessing all the words right. And then she had to guess 16 numbers. She guessed 8 right and 8 incorrect.
Still 50%. That's not amazing.
Can you guess?
That's
if
not
I gave
psychic.
you 16 numbers and I was like, all right, 1 through 100.
If you were to go through a deck of cards and try to guess the cards, on average, you would get 4 out of 52 right.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe.
if you're guessing numbers on a card, you also have to say the suit. If you're going to make it. If you want it to be impressive. But you could easily get all 8 suits wrong. You could get it all wrong.
Probably. You're probably going to get a lot wrong.
But I mean, like, what if like all the numbers were just 0 and she never guessed 0? It'd be like, oh, fuck, this bitch can't guess anything.
she ain't psychic.
So yeah, as a result, Harker is assigned to the open case of Longlegs, the main suspect in a serial of brutal suicides targeting families. We learn all the victims share the same birthday, and each crime scene features a cryptic letter signed Longlegs. There are no other traces of the killer at the scenes. There are 10 letters, 10 families over 30 years. Carter believes someone is making the fathers kill the families. What do you think about that? It's pretty cool. I mean, at any point, all these could be just chalked up to, yeah, it's just like crazy.
Another family annihilator.
Yeah, this is family annihilator. We have like 5 of them a year. But it's like the letters, Longlegs, and like the cryptic like messaging on it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably get into it a little later, but the whole like birthday thing really doesn't have any, unless he's trying to leave a trail for her, or like.
Well, it's just the way I guess he uses the algorithm, right, that he made up.
But it just doesn't make.
Well, because
sense
he's using symbolism, and so like the inverted triangle, he's essentially making a pentagram with the way that he's killing people and how he. So by doing it. So all the children are born on the 14th, and they're being killed either 6 days before or 6 days after their birthday.
Yes,
and then when you put it all together and you put them on top of each other, it makes a pentagram.
Right.
That's what Satan is.
People
thought they did.
I don't know.
Yeah. I guess it could have kind of explained that a little bit better, but I felt like
they're not just killing the girls or kidnapping them or doing it.
Yeah,
they're
killing
the whole goddamn family.
Yeah, the whole family dies.
But their birthdays are on the 14th.
I'm sorry. I guess the devil should be a little bit more considerate, Jason.
Yes.
Let me call him up and be like, devil, come on now. It's not the Valley Girl devil that we made in House of the Devil. This one's like OG, like, I'm the 90s devil.
14 doesn't mean shit to the devil.
I mean, but yeah,
666 just stands for Nero.
This is how this is how his minion decided to do it.
Hell yeah.
And plus, this is like a crazy guy that was just, searching for symbols, right?
I guess so.
They always say that kind of ritualistic killers, they always they have their own weird symbology and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So I win.
That's the Zodiac part. Oh.
Yeah. Harker's task is to decipher the letters, which contain satanic symbols and codes. Harker sets up all the evidence. We hear a tape playing of a father saying his daughter isn't his actual daughter, and we hear him killing the family, and we see a lot of gruesome crime scene photos.
Yeah.
And I love when we get to the end and we kind of see how it, because at this point we hear the thing on the phone and it's like, okay, kind of weird, but we don't see it playing out in front of us, kind of like later with Carter and the mother. Dude, I can't wait to get there. I just kind of like how confused, nervous, and angry it kind of makes the people to where they'll just say something and all of a sudden it's like, well, you fucking brought it up. And it's like, wait, why are you doing this? And I could see it almost having maybe references to maybe like alcoholic families and things like that, where it's like everything's happy, but because, the alcohol, you say the wrong thing.
It's because of that.
And they all of a sudden, like their temper and everything changes and kind of get nervous.
Ashley's been collecting a lot of dolls lately. I'm fucked.
Yeah, bro, get out. It's like if I live in a house, at tops 3 dolls. Only $3 allowed in the house.
There's like a 3-foot tall one of a little boy that's got part of its body is damaged, and it's scary as hell. I hate it. It's in the closet. I do not.
Is there a reason y'all are keeping it?
Don't ask me.
Well, if you need, I would say if you need me to like secretly break into your house and steal this thing and throw it away, I would. But then it would probably follow me home.
Probably needs to be cleansed with some kind of ritual.
It's like that. Those dolls when it was like me, you, and Dakota, like the dolls that you lean up against the wall and it's like they're in timeout. The timeout dolls.
Oh man,
they have no face. They're just like their heads.
That's awful.
Ugh. You remember those though, right?
No.
Yeah, we talked about them before.
Maybe. I just don't. God, it sounds horrible.
You'll just have to look it up. Because like I grew up with them a lot. Like a lot of my family had those. And it's like.
That is such a strange thing to have.
It's like now I wish if I could just talk bluntly to my family, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because they were kind of creepy even as a kid.
Yeah.
You know, I played with them, but, you know, you walk into the house and see that, it's like, oh, that's not real.
Oh, what's that thing over there? Oh, it's in timeout.
It's like, no
That's
wonder
a weird thing.
people back in the day had satanic panic. They had like creepy ass toys all the time. It's like we were
in children's poems like Longlegs.
Born to be scared. So, following a long first day, Harker and her supervisor, Agent Carter, go for a drink. He asks what she sees in the evidence. She says that he is never there at the crime scene, Longlegs is, but he does leave the letters. She brings up the possibility of accomplices because there's no physical evidence of Longlegs, but the only thing left is letters.
But there's no, what about her mom? There's never any evidence of her being there?
I guess not.
It's just like a nun?
Yeah, it's a nun. And plus, like, because the dolls are never found. So the dolls are always hidden or being taken away. So,
okay. I mean, God,
yeah,
just leave them the doll.
And I'm sure
made it just for them.
Nuns can wear gloves.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
So Harker drives Carter home and begrudgingly meets his wife, Anna, and their daughter, Ruby, where she agrees to attend Ruby's birthday party in weeks' time. They talk in Ruby's bedroom for a while. This is where I put in my notes, like, damn, dude, she's just straight up sitting like a doll, like how we see the doll sit throughout the rest of the movie.
I just thought maybe she just wasn't good with kids.
Yeah. Well, I think also it's because she just saw one of her partners get shot in the head, and now she's immediately being partnered up with Carter. And he's like, "You want to meet my family?" I'm like, I just saw someone die, and if you die, this is gonna fuck me up even more.
Yeah, well, he brings her in so he doesn't get in as much trouble with his wife.
That's exactly what it is. And plus, it's smart because it's like, hey, this is the person I'm working with on the case. I'm not cheating on you.
Yeah.
But she is a girl. I want you to meet her.
She's
type of situation. Yeah. By the way, she can read your thoughts. We learned that Harker also wanted to be an actress growing up instead of an FBI agent, but she ended up becoming one. She tells Ruby it is scary to be a female FBI agent.
Yeah, but look.
Yep. I have wrote some stuff, but I don't know what they mean now. Okay. So, Harker goes home. Harker hears loud music briefly outside of her home. It's like maybe 2 or 3 seconds. She turns around and it stops, and it's like, that could be anything, right? I'm surely Longlegs isn't just like a loser in a basement that listens to hair metal bands, right? At home, she calls her mom, and there's one thing where when they're at Ruby's like, oh man, it's already the next day, and then she goes home, calls her mom, and it's like, she's up.
But it's nice that she calls her mom.
Well, it's like, is this 3 a.m. in the morning? You called your mom, she's up. But we'll learn that her mom isn't normal.
No.
She tells her mom she can't sleep because of work. Then she hears a knock at the door. At first, she kind of hears almost like someone standing there and said something. She's looking, and then she gets off the phone with her mom and then knock at the door. This is where the space is. This whole scene, the space is used really well.
Yeah.
And so she goes outside. So when she hears the knock, she goes outside to investigate. She sees the figure she sees a figure outside in the woods. And she's like, oh shit, gets her gun, runs outside. It's not there. And then she goes and turns around and sees someone in her house putting a note down.
God damn, I know.
And then she runs in real quick and nobody's there. And she just sees a note that says, does it say happy birthday on it or whatever? And it says Longlegs.
Yes. Scary ass card, birthday card.
And it's great.
No.
It's so good.
I'm just so glad she has a gun.
Yeah, right.
So
it's
happy.
Thank God this is an FBI agent. And then we cut to part 2, all of your things. So she opens the birthday card and it's more weird symbols and the ink is wet still. So it's like he just literally wrote it.
Spit on it.
Yes. Hail Satan. She hears small noises around her, and this is where it's like, shit, and somewhere there's a devil. I couldn't see because the glare on my TV really pissed me off. And it's this great shot where there's 2 doorways behind her, and it's like they could be anywhere.
Yeah, or they're just gonna show up at any moment.
Yeah, and just kill her. So she begins working on the letter, and it says, "Tell them how you got this, how it came into your head. I'll cut off her hanging milk tits and bleed your mommy dead."
Yeah, that sucks.
Nursery rhyme. Yay! I remember when my dad read that nursery rhyme to me all the time. I'm like, please don't do that to my mom's milk tits. Regret saying that.
Oh my god.
And then she's getting a call from her mom. She lets it go to voicemail, and like we're like,
are you saying your prayers?
which is even more fun because the mom knows what's going on. And then she gets a call from Carter about a crime. So and she's off to go to this other crime.
Yeah.
Great scene.
Thank goodness.
Honestly, it's probably either the second or third best scene in the movie. Obviously, the first is the interrogation scene. But when I think of this movie, I think of the interrogation scene and I think of this scene.
Yeah, I was definitely afraid.
This is great. I mean, it's just like Osgood Perkins, like masterful scene. It's just wonderful. It's like a little chase.
Even the house, it's got like too many open windows, like big windows. Like, I hate that.
It's like, I always say I want to live like kind of where no one's around. You know, don't have to be too far from like a city or whatever, but just kind of like an open field, maybe some woods nearby. And then I watch horror movies and I'm like, no, I'm good, actually. Let's actually rethink that, Jesse. So she goes to another crime scene. We learn that at this crime scene, the family has been dead for a month. They're supposed to be on a trip. And then they go in. That's why like nobody like reported it. They're like, wait, these guys have been gone a long time. Call the cops. They walk in. Turns out body full covered in maggots. You know?
Yeah, that's awful.
There's also a cat in there. I'm assuming the cat
probably ate some of them.
Had a little bit of.
Nom, nom, nom.
It's like, oh, finally, I get to eat this family. But yeah, it's really gross and great, and it's very Seven like.
It is. Yeah. The really gross.
I almost suggested doing Seven a little bit earlier. Like I was thinking about maybe doing after Return of the Evil Dead or after the House of the Devil, and then we ended up doing Longlegs, and it's like, hey, we're doing it.
Oh yeah.
Hawker calls her mom and says she can't visit her about something vague. I don't know. Her mom asks if she still says her prayers because they protect her from the devil. Mom sounds weird, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just overly religious kind of.
It really reminds me of House of the Devil, like the phone calls does, because it's like the person sounds calm on the phone, but there's also something off about them. And it's kind of the way this mom is like. And then when you meet her, you're like, that's exactly how she sounded. She sounded spacey and weird.
She's got kind of a crazy face.
Yeah. So while looking into some evidence and finding more patterns, she finds one but hears whispers and a bump against the window where we vaguely see a devilish figure vanish.
Shit.
And I love it's so Seven like because there's a part in Seven that's where Morgan Freeman goes to a library and he's like finding all this stuff and it's like love it, homages. But also I forgot to mention the way that she finds out the patterns on all this is the word Longlegs
was the
key to all the things.
How did she, okay.
And she also has like the book. She also kind of uses the Bible.
She used the Bible, and then she used the 9 circles of hell book, whatever that is. Yeah,
and that's where she gets the inverted triangle, which we're about to go into a little bit.
I wonder do you think she found the books using her psychic abilities? I mean, like turn to because it kind of played the music.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's a lot of it on why she's able to be able to do all this.
Psychic.
It's because like the dolls in her head.
It's like the show Psych.
Yeah.
But a real psychic.
Yeah. Instead of fake psychics. I've never watched that show and I really wanted to. I always heard it was good.
It's fine.
I heard a lot of people was like, it's funny.
It's kind of entertaining.
And like the boys are silly. And everybody loves silly boys.
You should watch the Sherlock Holmes TV series.
The one with Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yeah. It's really good.
I always wanted to, and I just never got to it. Maybe now that I'm watching a lot of TV, like me, one on our list, because I love Martin Freeman and Benedict Cumberbatch's weird alien bug face. So yeah, Harker tells Carter that the deaths are an algorithm. All the deaths create an inverted triangle. He kills people 6 days before or after the girl's birthday, and and one of the family's girls, Carrie Ann Camera, survived because she wasn't home. Carter and Harker are going to the former crime scene to look around. But yeah, this is where she explains that like if you fold them, they make like an inverted triangle.
That didn't make sense to me. Like I didn't buy it.
Well, so okay. So she draws a line. She puts all the months, right? And then puts 1 through 30, 31, 29, 28. And then she draws it and the top part forms a triangle. And she's looking at the 9 circles of hell, which is helping her find the pattern.
But there's also like a bunch of different other plot points on that thing she was looking at but you have to fold it.
Yeah,
to
and when
only
you
do these.
But when you fold it, one triangle is pointed one way, the other one's pointed another way, which creates the pentagram.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a triangle. I don't remember seeing a pentagram.
I'm sorry, Jason. I guess this movie should hold your hand more. Sorry, I'm just able to think for myself, I guess. I don't know why I'm doing that for. It's because I talked about Valley Girl Devil. Now it's in my head. But no, I mean, that's what it's trying to do. I mean, I guess it could have done it a little bit more. Because I do understand the first time I watched it, I didn't fully get it. But, knowing the whole
like the picture
movie,
in the book wasn't even a pentagram.
Yeah, it was
just a triangle with a...
Yeah, there was like a star in one, right? I can't fucking remember. No. There was weird symbols, but everybody knows a pentagram, right? That's like devil shit.
That wasn't even a pentagram. I give up.
She said inverted triangle. I know. But I think you're just supposed to get it from like when she draws one triangle and then another triangle and it's like, oh. And there's one, also, and they do mention there's one day that hasn't been circled yet.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's like hers. 13th. Yeah. And I assume that's supposed to be hers because, she was saved or whatever by her mother, which we'll get there. So well, I'm talking really fast. Listening to the VHS bonus episodes, like the second honeymoon one, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, chill the fuck out, me. Golly. It's the coffee. It's just the coffee. It's like, I'm sorry. Also, just talk fast in general. So, following a clue that says X marks the spot. They go to the old like camera family's house. They go into the barn. They see like a bunch of crosses on it that are kind of turned to where it's like X. She's like X marks the spot, and they go in, and all the crosses are kind of pointing to where they want her to go, and it's like hell yeah, symbolism and shit.
And at the top of the stairs, there's a box being held up by a stick with a string tied to it.
Yeah, with just a few little Skittles in there. She's like, ooh, some candy. And then like they go up there and they see a cross on the ground, and then they move the cross, open up underneath the ground, and there's a box with a doll.
With a dead child in it.
It looks like a dead child. It's so good. So
He's
clever.
really good at these dolls.
Yeah. And I love that they pick it up and they're like, what the fuck? And then, you see it and the doll's eyes are closed and you're like, I know it's going to happen.
The note has like a link to his Etsy store.
Yeah, it's like, hit me up, yo. These are $50 a piece. And then, of course, before it cuts to another scene, the doll's eyes open up.
Ah!
Because Carrie Ann.
Whoever thought of putting that mechanic into dolls, fuck you.
Yeah. Actually, whoever invented dolls, porcelain realistic dolls, fuck off. What were you doing? God. I guess when because when they made porcelain dolls, everything sucked and was probably terrible and hard. Like everybody's lives were hard, and we're like, this doll is not the scariest thing out there. I promise. There's people who just step on a rusty nail, and that's their life, baby. So, we learn the doll is porcelain and has human hair. Inside its head, they find a strange metal orb. When an ultrasound is performed on the orb, it emits a whisper-like noise and triggers Harker's psychic abilities. Then we cut to the doll looking into the mirror, and Longlegs comes into frame. I know you're not afraid of a little dark because you are the dark.
Yeah.
And then puts the
fucking death shroud on her.
Yeah, and it's like...
And then you know what? They don't mention the balls ever again. Well, until he says they cut it open.
Yeah. So, and the cool thing is, so during this whole conversation, the coroner or whatever, whoever's like undoing the dolls,
falling in love with it.
Well, yeah. So he kind of is. He's falling into the trance of it.
Yeah.
And what I think the ball does is it creates anger built up by past like family anger or whatever,
and bliss, too.
or whatever your anger is towards like the person that you're married to and you're like your family. Because he says that he was like divorced, right? He doesn't have a wife anymore, but he said that he had flashes of his ex-wife.
Yeah, I thought it was whispering to him.
Yeah. So he's just like, it was that whisper. It's like, you got to fucking kill her.
Yes.
Which is exciting. It's like our little clue that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not really the clue. The clue was, hey, these fathers are killing these families. But it's just kind of, it gives you a little edge like, oh, whatever's in this thing makes people think of someone they want to kill.
Yeah, hell
whatever
that's awesome.
resentfulness they have for people. But yeah, then so we cut to Longlegs driving and listening to T-Rex. He goes to a mom and pop store. He acts weird to the cashier.
Cuckoo. I love the girl though. She immediately calls for her dad.
Yeah,
the gross guy is back.
She's like, okay, what else do you want? Dad, gross guy's back. And then we cut to Longlegs driving. Daddy! Mommy! Unmake me and save me from the hell of living.
Yeah, I love it. You ever do that in your car? In your car?
Scream?
Yeah. Just let out a...
I don't do it like often. But sometimes when I'm just like really pissed off at something, I've done it, you know, just like, because the car's like the perfect place while driving to let out your rage, you know?
One time I butt dialed one of my friends and I was so mad at something. And so I was screaming at him in the car and she called me back. I was like, oh, hey, what's up? She goes, what the fuck did you just call? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about? I was so embarrassed.
A weird thing that happened to me. So like, I kind of have a weird thing with my tongue. I have a big tongue.
Yeah.
So like I play with it in my mouth a lot. Like I'll like twist it and like I'll do that where I like stick it out and stuff. And there was one time I was doing it. God, I sound like a fucking freak now. It's just, I don't know. I guess I have a weird oral fixation because I have a big tongue. I don't know. And so I was just like driving and I was like, I think something's on my tongue. And I was like, doing that, looking in my rearview mirror, and I guess some of my friends passed me, and they called and like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I really have no explanation on this. There's nothing I can say that makes this normal." I was like, "Oh, I just thought there was like something on my tongue." And they're like, "Okay," and I was like, "Well, I really did, but also I'm just kind of weird with my tongue." So Harker, they're gonna go visit Carrie Ann Camera along with Carter, the lone survivor of former crime scene in a mental institute. Apparently, Carrie Ann was catatonic for years until she had her first visitor. When looking at the log, Harker sees her name is written down. Eva.
I wasn't here.
But it just, I'll bet that doll opened her eyes whenever Carrie Ann became normal again. Because that was her doll.
That was hers?
Yeah, that was her doll that they found. So Carrie Ann retells the story of receiving one of Longlegs' dolls as a birthday gift. We see visuals of her mom stabbing the dolls because I guess it was a very painful pregnancy and they were taking it on the doll. Her father acting like the doll is his daughter, cutting off a cow head.
That was sweet. Why'd you do that?
Just anger. Probably fucking pissed at these cows because they're not doing the right thing.
Looking at me wrong.
We see a preacher come in. He like says hi to him. He goes and looks at the dog, comes in. And
he's going to get your cow head.
And then he gets like axed by the father.
The blood just spurts out on the wall.
Yeah, and then awesome. The mother comes into frame, just kind of looking at the doll.
She's looking at the doll.
Yeah, and then like hits him, and then she puts her hand up and hits him again. And that's just kind of what we found. And then the
fucking suckers.
Yeah, the girl tells us that like we hear voices from inside the doll, instructing her what to do. She calls him the man under the stairs. She explains her unwavering obedience to Longlegs, stating she would do anything for him, including.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Why?
Including committing suicide and even murder Hawker. She alludes that Hawker knows him, but doesn't remember. You dirty, flirty old bitch.
Yeah, I know. This girl has got problems.
Yeah.
But I was thinking...
she's in a lot of Mike Flanagan stuff. Some of that. No, wait, she's Sabrina. The new Sabrina. Yeah, cool. That's her. That's right.
So, but because of this scene, I thought for sure that Longlegs had like a cult. And he was like the head of like, because he's kind of dressed like a fucking preacher. Yeah,
but Longlegs isn't like a cult leader. He's a part of a cult of the devil. He's a satanic cult.
I guess, but there's not really like I thought that they were all connected in a cult, and maybe that's how he's getting people to do these things.
Yeah, well, he I guess it's not him doing it. It's the devil doing it. He's
putting the metal balls in the heads.
Yeah, and putting the essence of Satan in it.
Which is
metal. Yeah, it's rad. Yeah, it's like cool idea, bro.
Yeah.
But it's like the idea is that he's being kind of controlled by. He is, I guess, in his own trance by the devil, and you know he's a Satanist. And then he's like found some way where the devil is like, hey, you my boy, you like T-Rex, I like T-Rex. So also I noticed that you're really good at making dolls, dog.
Like Pitbull.
Yeah.
Mr. Worldwide.
Have you ever heard of Umbrella by Rihanna? Hell of a song. Great song if you have an umbrella and it's raining. But yeah, so essentially, like, I guess he's able to put the essence of Satan in these little or balls, or maybe the balls already exist and he just has them. Satan's like, hey, knocks on the door. Here's a ball, dog.
This is the sack of balls.
Yeah, here's a sack of balls that have
Cling, cling, cling.
a little bit of me in them. And then he puts them in these dolls and gives it to these people who are these dolls. And then we cut to Longlegs sitting in bed reading a Satanist book in what looks to be a basement. Whose? We'll never know, but it seems like he's a part of the downstairs man.
Oh, no.
This was a book. It'd definitely be called The Downstairs Man.
The downstairs man.
Yeah.
The downstairs man.
So Carter and Harker are discussing the case. Harker still believes that Longlegs must have acted with an accomplice. By combining all the collected data, she realizes that the dates of the murders form an upside-down pentagram with one date missing to complete the shape. So Carter doesn't understand why the case went from nothing to nothing happening to now that Harker is on the case, that there's so much movement in the case. He asks her.
You finally got a fucking good detective, I guess.
Right. Well, just someone that's like connected mentally to the whole situation.
Yeah.
He asks about her mom, who on January 13th, 1974, called the cops the day before her own birthday, which is the 14th.
Damn,
Missing
numerology.
number. They had, apparently they had a trespasser that was a tall and pale man. Carter tells her to go see her mother. So she goes to visit her mother. The first sits down and you're like, this girl looks spacey as shit.
Yeah.
Who is this girl?
Her witchy hair.
Yeah. And then, so the first thing her mother asks is if she says her prayers. And Harker says no because they scare her. And her mom says, yeah, you're right. As she starts to kind of laugh.
That was awesome.
Prayers don't help us. They don't do a goddamn thing.
Yes.
Which there seems to be a big debate in our country right now about thoughts and prayers, you know?
But she still believes that they do, right? Or is she... No.
She's at this point completely tainted with the devil.
She's insane.
With her like a little speech at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So while making her mom some food, she hears noises coming from a door. Then a flashback to her mom saying she will be off for Lee's birthday. Then a car pulling up to her house and the mom trying to call 911, but the phone is whispering.
Yeah, that was crazy. Wait,
Yeah.
how do you think he did that?
Dude.
It's the metal ball.
The devil.
The devil.
Yeah, you know, like classic satanic metal balls, they always interfere with your cell phone service, dude. Every time you're like, I got a bad connection. God dang it, devil. Get out of here. So then we're back to the present, and Lee can't get into the door because it's locked. As she's about to get in there, her mom calls, Lee. She asks about her mom about her 9th birthday. Her mom says she doesn't remember anything about that day. When Harker presses her, she just keeps deflecting. Then she says she is lucky she got to grow up. Life is hard on little things.
Yeah. She's allowed to. Like, what the fuck do you mean allowed?
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about, Mom? Then she gives her a hint saying she kept everything. They're all in her room. It's
I'd hate that.
I'd be like, cool, Mom. You want to go bring that down here? Because I don't think I trust you at this moment. So Harker goes upstairs. She finds a chest in her childhood bedroom containing a stack of Polaroids. Among them is a picture of a pale-faced man who she believes to be Longlegs. We see like a flash of she picks up the thing and it just like flashes to like the present at the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
We see a flash and now she knows she was the little girl from the beginning, or we know that now. We cut to the beginning. We have Longlegs singing, let me in now and it can be nice. Make me go now and I'll have to come back. Not once, not twice, but as many times as I like.
Fuck him. That was horrible.
Which is what happens because now that's
See, to me, that's scarier than just the supernatural stuff.
Can they both just be scary at the same time?
Yes, it just doesn't make sense to me and it doesn't fit with my brain.
Well, I get it because it's just like, there's a part of you that's like, I don't want any religious elements on it, right? Is that kind of what you're seeing?
Not that I don't want any religious element, but if you're going to, I don't know, I feel like they were going two different directions, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I get it because we have so many movies like this where there is no paranormal shit, right? Yeah. And it's just like crazy person who believes too much in like a weird religion, but none of it's actually real. It's just a bad person, right?
Yeah.
And we see that so much, but I feel like the director and writer, Osgood Perkins, was just like, I like those movies, but I also like my dang ass freaky horror shit.
Yeah.
And he put them together. And I do understand that, like, if it doesn't fully work, preferences on movies and how you want them to go. I get that.
I was just confused.
Yeah.
I don't like being confused.
I hate being confused. It's the devil, dang it. Try to confuse me. Whenever we do movies about devils, I can't control which voice I'm using. It's so weird. Though often, like, whenever
You'll find your voice
I hang out with people and talk for long periods of time, I use weird voices, so it makes sense. So, where was I? So yeah, this picture leads them to track him down because it goes to Carter. It's like, hey, this is the fucking guy, right?
Yeah,
he's like,
solved.
It's like, should we like continue to do it just based on this picture? And she's like, this is him.
Then how did they find him?
I don't know. The way people find people. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, so
like,
I mean, it's not like he just stays in his basement, right? He walks around and about. I'm sure, like, they're like, hey, has anybody seen what this person looks like? And they're obviously around that area. Probably went to the police station and be like, yeah, we get weird phone calls about this guy all the time. Yeah, it's because not really needed.
I feel like because people like me need a process.
Yeah, well, I do get that.
It just jumped from, we got a photo of him. We know what he looks like. Now we know exactly where he lives.
Yeah. It's just kind of cutting out it's cutting out all the, just like a scene of like,
all the boring detective work.
Hey, cops of this area, have you seen this guy? Oh, you know who he is? Yeah, that's it. So this picture leads them to track him down and arrest him in broad daylight as he waits for a bus. So was he leaving? Did he know he was caught?
Yeah, I think he knew. Like, he probably planned it.
Because he had like 2 suitcases, right? Because he said, I think
he was going on vacation.
I think his idea was he had like one last thing to do, and it was kill the Carter family to complete his pentagram. Maybe
he knows it's already going to happen,
and maybe like if that happened, which we'll get there, right? Okay. But let's remember there was one day that needed to be done. At the end of this movie, someone does die. Maybe that is what the missing date is, and then we'll discuss what that may mean at the end. Okay, so during the FBI interrogation, Longlegs states his full name as Dale Ferdinand Cobble and expresses his desire to see Harker singing her happy birthday. All right.
That was creepy as hell.
So, I think that's what, I don't know. This is tough. All right. So I guess we're just going to keep going back to what type of movie it should have been, right? Because it does remind me a little bit of House of the Devil, which we just kind of did, of where it could have just been, like that movie could have just been weird people call this babysitter over and they kill her. But it's like, hey, actually, Satan. And this is kind of a movie where it's like, hey, they're investigating a serial killer, but hey, Satan. And whenever it just kind of reveals that this guy's just named Dale Ferdinand Cobble, it's like, the fuck kind of name is that to be a serial killer? Then it's just like, what is it? But like, just.
He sounded really disarmed at that point.
Yeah. And then, but there's just like this ability to where it's just like, hey, but he stumbled upon this black magic and now he's something scarier than he ever could have been.
He could have made the next Pinocchio.
Yeah. Or if he was like lucky enough, got a band when he was a little bit younger, looked weird. People loved weird looking rock stars back in the day. Yes. I mean, he kind of has the whole look of it, just, like older now because, I mean, like, he doesn't look too far from like, just like a beaten down Steven Tyler. Guy had a crazy face himself,
Could have had a band called, like a metal band called Porcelain Doll.
Dude, that's a good idea. And then he makes a spin-off band, Satanic Metal Ball. That's the next one.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So the FBI says they are in a weird position because Harker is now actually a part of the case because she has like evidence that, hey, he visited you. They say nothing should happen since he is in custody, but Harker tells them again that he isn't working alone and she wants to talk to him. The FBI woman, Browning, I think is her name, tells him he is right under her feet. Boom, boom, boom.
Downstairs man?
The downstairs man. I can walk downstairs faster than anyone can. And then that's the only thing in this movie. When do we get like our Tom Green renaissance into filmmaking, right?
I don't know. He's on TikToks every once in a while.
They should put him in a horror movie acting weird. Like,
you know what he's doing now? He lives on a ranch.
Does he? I know
in like Montana or some shit.
He became like a van life guy for a while, like where it was just him and his dog, and he pimped out like a van.
Nice.
So where he could just live in it, like a kind of nomad like.
Yeah.
But But yeah, he was doing that for a while.
He's got like a full beard and wears cowboy shit.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to see that he's kind of happy because he was weird, and he's probably like
depressed,
and you could tell that like because he married Drew Barrymore.
Yeah,
I don't even know that. And
forgot about that.
There's obviously like a lot of sadness he has from that feeling.
Yeah, I think he really cared about it.
Anytime you see him talk about it, it's like, oh, he actually is really sad about that.
Oh.
He's like, wow, she's still really popular and has her own TV show. Dang it, I messed that up. Yeah, so in a flashback to the beginning, he says he works for the downstairs man. You can call him Mr. Downstairs. So in the interrogation room, Longlegs tells her, oh, wait, hold on. Before I do that, let me get to the quotes. It's just like a big quote thing that is important, I feel like, for the entire movie. And I skipped it, and this is making this thing take forever. Sorry. Okay, yep. Oh my God. I wish there was 500 billion fucking ads on IMDb now. Jesus Christ. Can't see half the screen half the time. So, in the interrogation room, Longlegs tells her he remembers when she was 20 and decided to go into law enforcement. Him and her had a good laugh. Hawker confronts him directly like, who the fuck is her? And then we get this essentially things. Who is the she you're talking about? The seventh she to be given the same choice they've all been given. Crimson or clover, accept the gift and destroy yourself and yourselves, or keep it and bow all the way down and get right down to the dirty, dirty work. Work that gets dirty as it is clean, like a mop, like a rag. This is what's happening to the mother, right?
Oh,
she either become crimson or clover. She bowed down. So now, cuckoo. You don't work alone, do you? Somebody's been helping you, an accomplice. Longlegs. Knock, knock. On the farmhouse door, a nice lady with a Bible and a congratulations. You have been selected. You may now collect your gift from the church. It says right there, right here on the orders from the man downstairs. The Camera family farmhouse will be so bright and white you can't miss it. And then she's like, you're referring to Carrie Ann Camera? What did you say to her at the mental institution? Oh, but Lee, your house was even wider when I came to visit. Yeah. And that's pretty much just explaining what he's doing. It's just like he's going to people and it's like, bow down to the devil or you take this doll and you're going to die. Yeah, essentially. And then when asking about accomplices, he tells her to ask your mommy. No. Before declaring, Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
And then gruesomely smashes his head on the table, killing himself.
That was
fucking
awesome.
Fantastic! Let's go!
Man, he said it's so hard.
Great scene. And I love like his, cannot express how good Nic Cage is in the scene. His weird mannerisms. Like just whenever he like, his hair kind of swoops a little bit to the left and he like puts his face like where you only see like the left side of his face and he's talking weird. And it's, what do you do around that type of crazy?
He was made for this.
What do you do for that type of crazy? It's just so unhinged and great. And he talks so poetically, but menacingly and cuckoo. And it's just,
I didn't think you could kill yourself by smashing your head face into something.
I guess if,
do it hard enough, I suppose.
If you got your boy the devil on your side, you can do whatever he says.
It's like that scene with Batman and the Joker when he slams his face on the table like out of nowhere. That was sweet. Oh my God, I loved it.
So good. So Carter's pissed because they have nothing now. He says there was no accomplices and no black magic. But it's very unusual for Carter, right? He's been calm. He's been trusting the whole time. Maybe it's because there's a doll now for his daughter.
Oh, for Ruby.
Yeah, I think this is when like the doll's already kind of kicking in his system.
Do you think that the number that was missing was Carrie Ann? Because she jumped out of the window while he was on that day.
So,
it was her birthday. But
the family died. Okay.
The family died a long time ago and she got away.
Because I was thinking it was maybe, all right, let's get through this and then I'll kind of tell you what I think it is. So, wanting to confront her mother, Harker drives to her house with another agent. I like it. I'm giving like this. So, la 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 la. So, wanting to confront her mother, Harker drives to her house with another agent, Browning. Her name is Browning. Browning stays in the car while Harker goes in. She she goes in. We kind of hear like was it Willow? What was the game show? I can't remember. Was that Price is Right game show music kind of playing in the background while she's walking through?
Must not have known. I was just like focused.
Yeah, and then she's starting to go up to her bedroom, and then we see Browning, and all of a sudden the mother's behind with a giant shotgun.
Bravo!
Bang! And to say the least, Browning's head explodes.
It paints the walls of the car.
Yeah, it's great. I thought that car could use some red.
That was a great scene.
Yeah. So, and she witnesses this from her mother shooting the colleague with a shotgun from the bedroom. Harker goes outside to find her mother, who is ready to shoot a doll that looks like Harker. She says,
thought it was just like another kid from the neighborhood or something.
Right? It's like, damn, she just decided to kill everybody. She says, "You caught him, and now he's free." Her mother shoots the doll heads off, causing Harker to faint while black mist comes
that was cool.
from Harker and the doll's head.
That was awesome. So what is that supposed to mean? I don't know.
I think it's just kind of the dark magic being released. So I think she's no longer under control of the doll.
She'll see the mom was like doing her a favor?
Yeah, I think so. Like, because now like she severed the connection between her and the doll, essentially.
Oh, nice.
That's how I saw it. Because it's like leaving her head. And which then that kind of makes me think, oh, the missing date isn't Harker. It's something else. Gotcha. But yeah, I think that was all I wanted to say about that. So, and then we cut to, in a flashback montage, it is revealed that Harker's mother was Longlegs' accomplice all along. She posed as a nun delivering the possessed dolls to the families that would later be murdered, and she had to watch. She made this pact with Longlegs to spare Harker's life when she was young. Harker's own doll, still intact and unused, gave her psychic powers and guided her in life. Longlegs lived in the family's basement during her childhood, earning him the title, the Downstairs Man. The glowing eyes, because they show the glowing eyes a couple times in this. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's I guess assuming that that's just the devil inside the doll.
She didn't remember that this guy lived in her basement?
No, I think it was...
maybe she didn't think it was...
I think that it was like blocking out her memories and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, and essentially it was like all this was being used. Essentially, she wanted to be an actress, but instead she got into the FBI work so we can complete this whole cycle that they're trying to do here, which I think is a full ritualistic thing, as I will get more into towards the end of this.
All right.
Okay? So, waking up in the basement to the sound of a ringing phone, Harker stumbles up, and we get this great upside down camera because her life has just been turned upside down.
Yeah, that was weird. That was crazy.
I was just like, that's meaning that. She goes to answer the phone, and a deep voice on the other end tells her, "You're late for Ruby's party."
Shit.
Aw, the devil called her.
Oh, I know.
He never makes house calls.
He's a great assistant.
Yeah. Harker takes Longlegs' car from her mother's garage and races to intervene, screaming like Longlegs herself.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah. I love when movies can make the villain and the hero act the same in the same fucking car. It's fucking cinema.
I know, but at this point, I still thought maybe like she had been brainwashed and she was like what do you call those? The people that wake up with a code word and they kill the president?
Yeah.
One of those people.
Yeah. Shit, what do they call it? I don't know. Like Winter Soldier or whatever.
No.
From the movies.
Something, man.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, whatever. Manchurian Candidate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie. Man, the original, good. The remake,
Denzel Washington one?
Crazy. It was wild. So yeah, where are we at? Harker, she took Longlegs' car, screaming like Longlegs herself. She finds her mother already at the Carters, and the family is under a trance in the presence of the doll. Because she's like, it's like, hey, I'm here for the party. And she's like, oh, you're late. They all seem kind of normal, but a little too cheery.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, come in. Why don't you? And then when the Carters let her come in and closes the door, it's a reflection of the devil in the window, the glass plane. I was like, wait a second. Did they fuck up? And is that the cameraman reflecting the door? And then I paused it right on. I was like, that's the devil. He's just like, nobody let me in. And then I put in my notes, I'm rock hard right now. I don't know what that could be talking about. Because when I paused it, because I had to rewind it, and then I was just waiting for the door to close, and I paused it, and then you could see the devil, and I kind of got like, there's kind of like a little chill up my spine, but like an exciting one.
That's awesome.
So when she tries to tell them that her mom is the accomplice, Carter yells at her. Suddenly, Carter and her wife start acting weird because he's like, hey, the mother's like, hey, honey, why don't you go get a knife and cut the cake? And then the wife like has like something in her throat or whatever. It's almost like she might be like fighting back against like the trance. And he's like, he kind of gets upset. It's like, yeah, well, how about since you brought it up, I go fucking cut the cake.
Damn, son.
But then they kind of get a little calm again. And it's like, hey, let's go together. And it's like, and she's, what is it? Yeah. And they're like, we'll be right back. The mother says, and then Carter's like, no, I will be, but you will be in the kitchen still. And it's like, when
do something, FBI agent.
When that scene happens, is like, whoa.
She could have stopped the murder, right?
Yeah.
She could have just killed him.
I guess she was kind of hoping that like the mother would stop it a little bit. But so yeah, the small bursts of anger, but also like kind of the nervousness. It's very strange, and I like it.
Yeah, it was very weird.
It's very
like the mom and the daughter were like in bliss.
Yeah,
and that's he was all fucking nuts.
And it's like that's why I always feel like there's a parallel between alcoholism and this movie a little bit, because it's like you're the daughter, and it's like, well, I'm just living in like my little world, and my parents are kind of. They're nice 1 second, then all of a sudden there's a small anger, and now my mom's nervous, and they're kind of all both nervous, and it's, I don't know, you know?
Stab.
So Harker's mom says they have to finish the ritual or they will burn in hell. She eventually says, "Hell, Satan." You got Satan. All this great, like, because she's going on this like little long rant. You see her like putting like blood on her face and stuff, and like flashbacks, and then you see her got blood on her, and she's in front of this tree doing this, and you're like, oh wait, she is straight up controlled by the devil right now.
Or that tree.
Yeah, with that devil tree. It's like DoubleTree, but instead it's a little bit scarier motel. After Carter murders his wife in the kitchen, Harker shoots and kills Carter to protect the daughter. Her mom still intends to kill Carter's daughter to complete the ritual, so Harker is forced to shoot her own mother to break the trance and stop the killings. However, she is unable to shoot and destroy the doll as she is out of bullets.
I hate when that happens.
The movie ends with a shot of Longlegs in the interrogation room, once again saying, "Hail Satan," and blowing a kiss to the audience.
And then he wails on a guitar.
And then T-Rex kicks in with the song Bang a Gong, and the credits roll backwards.
That was cool. Hail Satan.
Yeah. So
that's so silly.
I do think, you know what? Actually, now like reading that again, well, shit. I don't know. Huh. Because to me, it felt like the ending of the movie is that the devil was released somehow. And that maybe killing the mother like released it because they didn't complete the ritual. So now it's like, or it's just one of those things where we do know the devil is dead. And because Harker did not complete the ritual, now she's like damned to hell, maybe type of situation. It is a bit of a thinker.
It don't make any sense. Like bringing him back at the end. Is he still alive? Did he grow his face back?
No, I think that's a little like, I saw it as something of being like, it's not over.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because the doll is still
there.
The
doll is still there, and the devil is still around.
Yeah.
And like, I guess because the daughter didn't die, the ritual wasn't complete. So now it's this.
We're all
sorry,
doomed.
Harker. Yeah, it's kind of just.
I feel like he could have killed a lot more people if he would have had an online store, because he was good at making dolls. He could have made a killing.
I mean, whatever. If this guy just lived a couple more years and the internet happened,
yeah, his dolls would have exploded.
It would have been so much easier for him. Ugh, I'm sorry, Longlegs. Like if you just waited a little bit, this would have been no problem for you.
That's sad.
There'd been a lot of people who really love to collect porcelain dolls
and haunted dolls.
Yeah,
people love that shit.
Like everybody would be dead. So, Jason, what's the point of the movie?
What is the point?
What do you think the point of the movie is? I need some water. Your boy parched.
I don't know if there is a point exactly, because I was so confused. by the way this movie was going and the directions that it went. I don't know. Just a lot of the story was left out. Maybe the point is that don't have life-size dolls in your house.
Well, so what I think the point of the movie is that evil can come from anyone. It could be from a loser living in a basement or even a religious mother that cares for a daughter. Also think it's a movie about what a parent would do to protect their child.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They would literally accept the devil in so that the child does not have to deal with it.
That'd be rad.
And I think it being based off like Osgood's like relationship with his parents, I think that's what it is. Like they're trying to protect him from a world that does not accept gay people, especially at that time, especially like actors. And essentially, I think it's just about like a mother trying to protect her child, but it's the devil, so it's
maybe it's just about being hard. Emotional maturity.
Yeah, I think a little bit. It's hard. It's hard to be something little growing up in an evil world. Though, guys, the whole world's not evil. We gotta stop thinking like that,
These goddamn dolls.
But yeah, bro.
Like Labubus can suck.
Yeah, I did not know what Labubus were until all of a sudden everybody was obsessed with it, and I started seeing YouTube videos about it, about people complaining how obsessed people are with it, and I'm like, we have several. We've got to fucking get a grip.
Yeah,
everybody out there, get a grip. Just watch weird movies.
And then,
Stop fighting over dolls.
After she got her Labubus, she ordered a set of Teletubbies. Like, so now we have the Teletubbies sitting on her. And it just reminded me of 28 years later.
Yeah. I got to keep these. It's also a little thing in Peacemaker a little bit. Except not Teletubbies. But, yeah, man, I think this movie fucking goes. I think it's, well, actually, let's just get in the good, the bad, the ugly, the fine. Well, we're discussing the good of the movie, something we liked, the bad, something we didn't like, the ugly, something that didn't age well, the fine, something that did age well. I put for the good, the camera work, the spacing in the film, and obviously the acting. The acting is outstanding. I feel like some Nic Cage should have been nominated for an Oscar instead of the same boring performances we always see nominated for Oscars. What did you think was good, Jason?
I like the Agent Harker. I thought she was fantastic. I thought Nicolas Cage did a great job. I kind of wish I would have seen more of his kooky character.
Yeah.
Cuckoo character.
Yeah. I think if
I want to see him go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I'm not going to lie. So, like, I understand people want to see more of him. I think if we saw too much more, it would have been too comical. Yeah. The way he's acting. Because, like, whenever it almost feel like it's trying too hard to be crazy versus I feel like we got so little in it and it was just weird and kind of jarring. And especially the way they put it into the film at certain points. I think we will go an hour before we really see him and, like, see his whole full body essentially and how weird he is. Yeah. I think if we got too much of it, it would just been like, this might be too much.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But I am with you.
Too much Nic Cage in a Nic Cage movie.
I would love like, hey, let's get like a 40-minute short film in like the extras of just him progressing through his life, like just a quick little short thing would have been fun. I just want to
see him talking to different people, doing his crazy shit.
I want to see like him just being like a normal person and then like slowly just getting weirder and weirder.
Standing in line at the fucking bank.
Like going to see him get like facial reconstruction or whatever he's done.
Face.
For the bad, I put people's opinions. Let me put AKA Jason. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's fine.
But I really don't have like anything that bad. I do understand that I guess can kind of be confusing, but I don't know. I just feel like I grasped it.
I felt like some of the writing was kind of bad, especially like the Carrie Ann girl in the mental institution. I thought
I didn't think the writing is bad, but I did not like her performance that much.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was her and
she didn't play crazy good.
No, I don't think so. And her partner. There's this one scene after he looked at after they went to the house, I think. He's like, let's go to the mental hospital to see that girl.
Oh yeah.
Now on the way to go to our next stop.
Gotcha. I get that. I understand. I guess it did. For some reason, it didn't really strike me, but
I don't know.
I understand that it does sound a little silly. It's like, oh, we found this doll. All right, let's go talk to Carrie Ann. The Professor Ann, Carrie Ann. That is Gilligan's Island reference. Cool. So
it's the horniest island in the 80s.
Jeez. I mean,
or was it the 70s?
well, whenever everybody looks the same, being stranded on a desert island. I mean,
Oh man, Ginger.
Yeah. Well,
Marianne.
When no one ever seems to be dirty and like starving to death, on an island, everybody kind of looks good,
Crank up the coconut radio and have a party.
Yeah. What did you get for the ugly? What? It's a new movie.
Using the devil as the bad guy all the time.
Yeah, come on. He seems like an all right guy.
He is an all right guy.
I mean, all he does is just like make people do rituals and sacrifices, and have fathers kill. You know what? You know what my ugly is? We gotta stop freaking blaming the devil on everything when people just need to go to therapy.
Yes, thank you.
Come on.
Thank you.
And we need to start looking for signs for fathers that are going to kill an entire family. Mothers can do it too.
Yeah.
Even kids can do it.
Family
Hernandez brothers did it. God dang it. Yeah, I guess that could be it. We use movies that describe people with mental disabilities as like Satanists and things when it's just like some people are just cray.
Yeah.
But also,
it's just bad casting to cast Satan in this role.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I don't know. Like, how about the Manson guy or whatever?
That's what it seemed like too. A little bit of Manson thrown in there. Having other people do his dirty work.
Yeah. Because Manson was the devil.
The devil.
I'm bad at guitar.
and poetry.
Yeah. Ooh, Snake just farted. Way to go, brother. Just aimed right for my feet.
That's the ugly.
So, the fine. Something that aged well. I put Nic Cage, man. Fucking A. Way to go, brother.
Serial killer movies.
Mika Monroe. I mean, still crushing it in all these like little horror movies. And
yeah, man.
This movie was under $10 million. It made over $10 million its first week. And it's like the highest grossing, fastest grossing horror movie since like Insidious Chapter 2, which was like in 2011 or 12. So.
Damn.
Big success of a movie, and I'm glad because even though there might be issues you have with it, but I don't know, there's not really a lot of movies like this.
No.
Slow, very vibey, atmospheric, and I don't know, just kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like weird movie. I mean, I guess like all movies are kind of getting weird. Because it's all made by millennials now, so it's like we're all kind of weird.
It kind of reminds me of the movie with Nicolas Cage where he has to find the Constitution by following the
National
clues.
Treasure?
Yeah, National Treasure. It's like a horror National Treasure because she's following the clues.
Yeah. X marks the spot. I gotta find Benjamin Franklin's glasses. Was that a Nic Cage? Was that good Nic Cage?
Yeah, he did it. They did. And then they had to use them to read the thing.
Yeah, and they're just like standing on buildings. It's like, damn it.
Wow.
This guy stole the Declaration of Independence. We should do that. Let's do it. Everybody loves that movie. That was not I remember watching it, enjoying it as a kid, but that movie is considered like a masterpiece for like people of our generation.
Really?
Like everybody loves that movie. Like if you talk bad about National Treasure, people will murder you.
It is their National Treasure.
Yeah. I listening to people talk about Nic Cage movies, and I've heard people do, especially when this movie came out and like the movie Pig. And, he's kind of getting like, oh, he's a good actor again. Like, hey, we love Nic Cage. People did like Nic Cage Hall of Fames or top ranked movies. And people who did not in their podcast put National Treasure in like his top movies just fucking hate comments. It's like, you guys are fucking idiots. No. National Treasure is the best movie he's ever done.
Corny.
And it's just like, man, nostalgia really makes people angry. Like it's something that I've just realized like a while ago.
Power Rangers not that good.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Step.
I have an axe in my garage. I need to go get real quick. No, yeah, I mean, well, yeah, like now as an adult they suck, but as a kid is like cool costumes, man. They blow on swords and shit.
Yeah.
Everything I always wanted to do as a kid, as an adult, is like, I want to blow on a sword and become a giant robot.
Hey, what color uniform should the Asian girl wear? How about yellow?
Bro, fucking shut up.
What color uniform should the black guy wear? How about black?
Well, Jason, I don't know what to say, man. The stuff we grew up on just just it was what it was. But they made more, and they didn't do that.
That's good.
Yeah, but the fucking Green Ranger rules, Jason.
He did.
You
That
can
was
eat
a
a dick.
That was an epic storyline.
Something that wasn't good about Power Rangers, the new movie they had not so long ago.
I haven't seen it.
Everybody said it was
We'll
good,
never probably
and
watch
I
it.
disagree. It was mediocre at best. All right, we're going to hit our next category because we are dragging on, but this was a fun movie to talk about. What is a movie that you think goes alongside and would be a great watch next to Longlegs?
I just want to watch Silence of the Lambs again.
7, Zodiac, fucking.
I've never seen Zodiac. Maybe I should watch that one.
It's wild. We're going to do it on the podcast.
Hell yeah.
And maybe we'll do it in January next year. I want to kind of do like just a banger month where we just kind of do some of the best films ever made.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You should watch Zodiac, dude. It's got in terms of one of the scariest scenes, and a scene that just like literally it feels like spiders walking all over me whenever I watch it. And it's in broad daylight in a park, and it just fucking makes me feel bad. It's great. So we'll do that soon.
Like a what's in the box moment.
Kinda, but it's just, two people enjoying life, and then the next thing you know, they're not enjoying life anymore.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's fucking
They get married or something.
rough.
Zing.
No. And it's just like a small little scene, and it's not like overtly showing violence and stuff, but like you hear the violence, and I don't know. Fucking
hell yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah. Good director, dude. So I decided to choose a movie that I think came out the same year as Longlegs, called Oddity.
Off the tee.
It's a great movie. It's on Hulu and I think Disney Plus. So there's a character named Danny Odella Timmis. A psychiatric's wife is brutally murdered in her newly acquired country house. Her twin sister Darcy, a clairvoyant, investigates the crime, uncovering a sinister plot involving her sisters.
Is it the devil again? I swear to God, if it's the devil
no,
again.
But there's a weird like doll-like creature
in
it.
I'm gonna have to check this out.
The lead is really kind of creepy, and she's blind.
Nice.
It's great. The cinematography, the ambience and stuff in the movie is so good. Yeah, it's just a great little quiet movie that's really creepy, and it's only like an hour and a half. Almost thought about doing it. It was on the list of things to do, but we can do it at another time. Yes, check out Oddity. It's rad. It's one of the best horror movies that came out last year. No one talks about it because it didn't come out in theaters because, we have a problem with how movies are really
I really want to get that streaming service that it's all horror movies.
Oh, Shudder?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's AMC Plus now. It's mixed in with it, so you can also get all the AMC shows and things like that. All right. That is our conclusion of Longlegs. Sorry, I put my long legs on. Join us next week because we're not done with the trauma-filled horror.
Yay!
Because we're doing one of the best horror movies to come out in the past decade.
Yeah.
Fucking Hereditary.
I love Hereditary.
If you haven't seen it, get ready to be nervous and
spooked.
Halfway through the movie, I had to pause it. I was like, Natalie, I gotta pee. I need to breathe.
Yeah.
This is stress. It is family
does
stress.
The devil right.
Straight up stress.
This is how you do
Nothing but stress. Stress. The movie is stressful. If you don't like stress, don't watch the movie. But watch the movie because stress is good. It really is. It's directed by Ari Aster. Did Midsummer, Beau is Afraid, and Eddington, which should be coming out on Blu-ray soon. He only makes movies that are now 3 hours long. Don't fucking understand the world we live in. Every goddamn director has to make 3 hours movies, but he makes good ones. This movie's not 3 hours.
I can't wait.
Sorry, I'm ranting about movies in theaters. So join us next week for Hereditary. Hey, if you got anything you want to talk to us about, send over in the description. There is a link at the top that you can click and text us at the bottom. I meant to roll my R's, but I went. Or at the bottom, there is our Gmail, which is we recommend mailbag at gmail.com. I almost always forget the name. Leave us some good reviews, guys, and tell people about it. Come on now. This is the first time in a little bit where in between recordings, we didn't get a new listener.
Yeah.
And it makes me a little sad.
Oh.
So come on.
Don't do
Let's
that.
make a goal. I want a goal of 100 listeners by the end of Halloween.
Hell yeah.
And if you do it, you know what we'll do? We'll just keep doing the podcast.
We'll be really happy about it.
And so
appreciative.
Just like and share us, obviously somebody out there likes us because we keep getting listeners. So tell your friends about us. Be like, hey, just check them out. See if you like them. And even if they don't like them, ask them to leave a good review so more people will find us. And I don't know, we'll do a movie every day at some point. I don't know. Not really. That'd be insane.
A lot of movies.
Yeah, I would start running out. I'd be like, I can't do this. Yeah, I'd like to thank Joey Proster for intro and outro music. Don't forget to listen to this coming Friday for our new VHS segment that we're doing. I believe this one is Tuesday the 13th or 17th, something like that. So listen to that. Thank you for listening. This has been the We Recommend Podcast. I'm Jesse.
I'm Jason.
Hail Satan, guys.
Hail Satan.
Bye.